okay this?
Yeah, you got to okay it.
Eh,
I see my book in the background. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to Chef AJ and Friends. We're going live about 3 to 5 times every day, just for this week only. Hopefully, you won't get too sick of me. But it's because I have a wonderful opportunity that I only am involved with once a year. It's called the Vegan Health Bundle. It's when many of your favorite chefs, doctors, influencers get together and create a bundle. We bundle together many products that, if sold separately, would be $4,638. And you can see that I'm telling you the truth by going to the individual contributor's website where these products are sold. But for a period of 9 days, today being day 5, we sell them for the low price of $49 until 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday, February 22nd. When it's gone, it's gone. Even though we do our best to have all the contributors go live multiple times a day and send you emails, you would be surprised how many people write us Monday morning and ask to buy the bundle, and we can't do it. And it's never packaged again. This is all these items are new to this bundle. Some are things that have been created before. For example, I contributed a month free in my community. If you'd like to try it, and there's no strings attached, you don't even have to put a credit card in or anything like that. And the video replay of a conference that I hosted last September called the Plant Powered Party. And that sells for $197. And you're getting this for $49. You're getting Kelly Williamson's course, which sells on her website for $500. You can see me doing stand-up comedy. It's not going to be anywhere else. You're going to see Joel Furman doing stand-up comedy, Dr. Joel Furman, and he sings and he dances. He sings a beautiful song to his daughter. It's worth it just for that. Today, I have another wonderful contributor. Her name is Laurie Landry. She's been on the show before, and her offering is an ebook and a recipe video series called Bake, Bite, and Blend Guilt-Free Recipes. Please welcome Laurie to the show. Hello, Laurie.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited about this bundle every time we have them. So I was buying bundles well before I was part of any of the bundles. So now I have like a gazillion bundles and they're still my favorite thing.
Yeah. Well,
I have like my folders. I love them.
it's so interesting because we have contributors that maybe don't have a big following or they don't like to mail their list or they don't have a list and they'll contribute to the bundle just to get the bundle because the
Yeah.
bundle is great. And especially if you're like me trying to downsize, I've gotten rid of half of my books so far. I don't get rid of books that you gave me or that they're signed, but I just have too many books. And now I'm doing everything digitally. I finally caught up, and you can have the bundle on your phone. You can have it on your iPad. You can have it on your computer. You get 10 downloads. You can put it on every device, and but you need to download it in 6 months. We get people like they come back 4 years later saying, I didn't download it. And I'm like, really? In 4 years, you didn't have 10 minutes? If that's the case, don't get the bundle. But at least click the link and look at what's in the bundle. You get the Starch Solution Masterclass. There's so much in the bundle. Oh my God, people are raving about Chef Julia Dunaway's pizza and sourdough class, Kathy
Mhm.
Hesser's microwave class. And this is, of course, everything in the bundle is vegan. That's why it's called the Vegan Health Bundle. And everything is oil-free. If any recipes do contain sugar or salt, there's always ways to modify those, but we can guarantee that it is vegan and oil-free and all new to this bundle. And tell us about your offering and what you like that is not your offering.
Okay, so my offering, I don't know if you can see up here, is Bake, Bite, and Blend guilt-free recipes. And so you had already said it's a video series. So I chose four of like some of my favorite recipes that can are easily shareable. So growing up, we always had crackers or chips, but crackers in the house, like we're always making, like my mom bought, I think it's like Duncan Hines brownie mix. We always had, not to throw a brand out there, but we had what else? We're always baking muffins, but they're usually like the mix that you buy in the store where you're adding eggs or you're adding oil. And if I don't know if you've ever looked at those mixes, it's just pure granulated sugar when you shake them out of there. So we're always doing that. And then a lot of my friends still drink a lot of really sweet, sugary drinks like sodas and lemonades, iced teas, store-bought juices from the store. And so I wanted to create a series of stuff that you can share with people, whether you're going to a party, you have to make something for your kids' bake sale, your church community, or you just want a treat, or maybe Mother's Day is coming up, something you could easily make and share, and people won't be weirded out by it because they're like, oh, it's vegan, it's plant-based. Like, what is this weird concoction you made? So that's why I made, crackers. They go with everything. Actually, Nate Maris has a book where he has some crackers in the bundle, where he also has like dips and spreads and cheeses, obviously plant-based vegan. So you can match some of those dips with them. There's also like the sauces in there, and I think there's hummus recipes in certain other people's books, and so you can make these crackers. You can bring them to a party when everyone's having their typical Pepperidge Farms cheese and crackers or Townhouse cheese and crackers. So That's why I added that. And then the brownies, like I used to eat brownie batter straight, out of the bowl. And of course, my family was like, don't do that because there's raw eggs in there. And so I wanted to make brownie batter that was easy, delicious, packed full of fiber. So it has black beans in there, has sweet potatoes in there. There's no, granulated, your typical white sugar off the shelf. I either use some date syrup or I use maple syrup. And what else is there? Oh, so my banana muffins, those seem to be a big hit. My aunt's boyfriend was, over one time and I wanted to make a sweet treat. So I actually added chocolate chips to them. He was coming over. And I wanted him to like it because he's all like, I don't think I could be plant-based or vegan. I don't really like a lot of vegetables and I don't, eat a lot of plants. So I made these and he said, see if he quoted, he said, if this is how vegan food tastes, I could be vegan all the time. So I was happy about that with the banana muffins. And then my smoothie that's in there is the strawberry basil margarita smoothie. And it's one of my most popular ones from my Complete Guide to All Things Smoothies ebook that I have. It's not in this bundle this year, but that I actually kind of updated it a little bit to add more vegetables, but it's still just as delicious and shareable. It's kind of like a strawberry daiquiri mixed with like a strawberry milkshake. It's creamy, it's sweet, and it's packed full of vegetables. And there's a surprise vegetable, what I'm actually going to use today in this smoothie, the anti-inflammatory smoothie. I'm going to use the same vegetables in the smoothie. And then you had also asked, what do I like about this bundle? Well, I haven't found anything I don't like yet, but I have like a whole list that I started writing down. So of course I like the recipes because it's always great to have, recipes at hand, be unique, be creative in the kitchen, think outside the box. I love all that. And actually I'm really looking forward to, I know was it last year, maybe the year before, one of the bundles you had put your black licorice recipe in. And I don't know if this is the same black licorice recipe or if it's like a raw version, but I loved black licorice or the black jelly beans when I was younger. So I'm really excited about checking that specific recipe out. And then I personally really like transformational stories. I like speakers, I like seminars, I like learning from doctors. So I'm looking forward to, so you said you put the plant powered party in there. I wasn't able to go to Vegas and join you last year. So I'm really excited to listen to that and also see the improv. I do improv too. So that's super
You're
fun for me.
kidding. I did not know that about you. Why aren't you in my vegan improv class?
Is it online?
Yes, it's online with a famous actor named Patrick Bristow, who was a teacher at the Groundlings and a Groundling. He's been in the morning show. He's in Nobody Wants This. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff. He's going to be directing the show and the vegan class. She has 3 classes a week. I'm in all of them, but one of them I steer all the vegans to, and like Chuck Carroll is in it. Dr. Matt Letterman's in it. Lissa Maris is in it. My husband's in it. It's
Oh my
like
gosh.
2 other vegan. Maybe I shouldn't be telling them. Maybe they don't want. 2 other prominent vegans are in it. It's so fun. It,
Oh my gosh. You'll have to send me the details. I love improv. That's actually how I met my partner of 19 years doing an improv comedy dinner theater. And then I did a UCB out here in LA and it's so fun.
that
You'll have
is,
to tell me about that.
so you're doing it at UCB. Have you ever studied at the Groundlings?
I have not, and I am not currently in UCB, but I did years ago, and that was super fun. I have not studied with groundlings. I would love to, because I think a lot of the Saturday Night Live people didn't they study at the groundlings? Or no, they did
Oh,
Second City.
well, no. Elvira Cassandra Peterson studied at the Groundlings. Pee Wee Herman studied at the Groundlings. I think I'm freezing. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, you're a little frozen.
Oh boy. Okay. Hopefully, come back. Come back. Let's see. Phil Hartman studied at the Groundlings. Pat Morita. Not Jane Curtin, but the other one that was in Saturday Night Live. Lorraine Newman studied at the Groundlings. I mean, it's like amazing. Oh, Melissa McCarthy. Hello. Like the
Oh,
funniest. Yeah, yeah. So they get a lot of great people. So I took classes on and off. I never went through the whole curriculum, but when the pandemic hit, they put their classes online. So I got up as, I did a basic and intermediate, but by the time the pandemic ended, they were no longer offering the advanced classes online. And it was just a little bit too difficult to fly to LA every week. But boy, they're
oh
going to be
yeah.
in Vegas though.
Well, you're like a professional level there, and if you took all those classes, I'm still at basic level. I know some of the yes and some basic stuff, but I enjoy doing it though. But that's
Yes.
exciting.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to that in the plant power party to see
Yeah.
some of that. And then Chef Val has a miso soup. I love miso soup, and hers is packed full of like little extra things than just a broth. Oh yeah, and the summit. So Gift of Health Summit by Dr. Shoba. I think you were in it actually. I think you spoke at that, if
Hmm.
I'm correct. I'm looking forward to that because that has a lot of people in there that I already follow, and then I know like Tim Kaufman and Chuck Carroll and Nate put a book in there, and I haven't read those yet. I only kind of skim them and like kind of has like a little bit of their story and their background, and I love that the guys are kind of coming out and you know they're really talking about their story and like you don't have to be eat meat, you don't have to be on the grill, like being manly, which is the absolute opposite. Being plant-based is actually a little more manly, and so I'm excited about that. So yeah, I mean, Connie DeCramer has Loving Your Relationship with Food, and I spoke with her, and she's just darling, um, and really works on the emotional and mental aspects of food addiction and things like that. So there are so many things in the bundle. Like definitely, you guys get at least like you said. I always tell people just click on the link and just scroll through everything because I mean, even if you're like, no, I don't want the recipes, or no, I don't want to hear about transfer, like whatever, like look through, there's yoga in there, there's affirmations, there's meditate, there's so much in there. Like definitely scroll through and check it out. It's incredible.
Yeah, well, thank you. And you're going to make one of your recipes, right?
Yeah, so this is not a recipe in the bundle because I only have a few recipes in the bundle. I don't want to give everything away, but this is my anti-inflammatory smoothie, which kind of gives you a taste of, some of my smoothies that I have in my smoothie book, and also like one of the strawberry margarita smoothie that's in the bundle. And if you are interested in the smoothie that I'm making today, you can definitely just email me and I'll send you the recipe for free. That's not a problem. It's Laurie at laurielandrywellness.com, or message me on social media at Laurie Landry Wellness. No big deal. So I will start. What do I need? Oh, I need to grab my grapes and my water, but I'll get those in a second. So I'm going to start with the vegetables. So this is your purple cabbage and your green cabbage. I know cabbage in a smoothie sounds weird, but guys, we got to get our sulforaphane. We got to get our cruciferous in. Super healthy, high fiber, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. So this is a little bit over half a pound. I want to say it's like zero point 0.6 or zero point 0.7 pounds. So I'm just going to add that to, I have a Vitamix. If you don't have a Vitamix, what are you waiting for? These things are the best. They are monsters. So I'm going to add my cabbage to my blender. All right, so it fills it up pretty well. I got a lot of cabbage in there. Again, the red cabbage and the green cabbage. Although I think it's purple. Why do they call it red? This is definitely a purple, right? I don't
I
know.
know. Yeah, why is it? I love purple cabbage, just I think because it's so pretty, you know?
Oh, me too. It's so good. And I love the crunch. Okay, what else are we adding? About a thumb of ginger, but look, I don't know what people talk about when they say a thumb. I think it's smaller than this. I'm using like my entire thumb because I love ginger. I absolutely love ginger. This, has gingerol, it has flavonoids, it has anti-inflammatory, it has antioxidants. Ginger is so incredible. There's been even studies on people using ginger every day with people with osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, which is what I used to struggle with, and using that every day instead of NSAIDs, which are like, the over-the-counter medications. And they found that people have the same amount of pain relief from just adding ginger every day instead of using the NSAIDs. So that's really
Wow.
interesting. So
That's
I use
good.
ginger all the time.
That's fantastic because I'm actually allergic to aspirin and NSAIDs. So, and that's what they're always trying to give you. So,
Oh
yeah,
yeah. I was on those
cool.
like my whole life. And I'm like, how do I even have a stomach that functions with the antibiotics and the NSAIDs? It's crazy. And then I add, so this is a half a lime. So I add a half a lime. I cut the other half into quarters just to be a little bit easier on the blender. And I'm going to use the peel and everything. Like I'm not even worried about it because the Vitamix will seriously grind up anything. So we've got our
Even
ginger, our lime. Oh, good.
I think the Vitamix even can grind a cell phone. I think I saw a video once, or maybe that was the Blend Tech. I saw.
I feel like I saw a video like that too. I don't know if it's true, but I'm definitely not going to try it.
Yeah, it was an expensive blend.
Oh, I know. Let me just grab my grapes right here and my water. I'll be right there.
Yeah. And while she's doing that, I read you some of the recipes in the video recipe book that Lori contributed to the bundle. So she's got Okay. Vegan gluten-free banana muffins that her partner said if who tasted like this, he'd definitely go vegan. Guilt-free brownie batter. She's got a different smoothie. It's a strawberry basil margarita smoothie. She's got raw flax crackers called Flackers. And there's actually a whole cracker book in the bundle too that you might want to check out. Nate made one of them on the show and gave you the recipe. I believe it was Saturday. So lots of good stuff. And I'm putting Laurie's link in the chat and in the show notes if you'd like Laurie to support Laurie and her work and have her get the credit for the bundle. Please use her link and just click it now. And like we said, just click it just to look. You don't have to necessarily get it, but why not? Because we put a lot of love and effort into it to try to make a really good product that people will love and will use. And it's just to support you in your plant-based journey. Even if you're not completely plant-based, I think there's enough in there that will keep you busy and maybe even inspire you to eat more plants.
Yes, I agree. It's not just for people who are vegan or plant-based. It's, for people who are looking after their health, just interested in it, maybe trying to get their kids to eat a little bit more plants and vegetables, and it's great. Okay, so I've got water, and this is filtered water. It's about 24 ounces, and I'm going to just pour that in. Then frozen red grapes. And this is what I'm using to sweeten the smoothie. And this is probably about 2 cups. I want to make it sweet this time. You guys can use more or less, however you feel. If you can't use grapes, you can use another fruit, freeze it. But I like the grapes. They're really sweet, and you don't have to add anything else that sweetens it. And then I'm using about a third cup of flax seeds. I don't know if you can see that. You can use flax, you can use chia. This is going to be good for your omegas. Oh, I also wanted to say there's resveratrol without having the alcohol and wine. Everyone's like, I have to have wine, a red wine because of the resveratrol. And I was like, well, yeah, but the alcohol is probably defeating the benefits of that. So just go straight to the source and go to your red grapes. Um, and I'm putting in the flax seeds for your omega-3s because omega-3s, they improve your macrophage function. That's really hard to say. Um, and they repair, some broken cells. So, all right, so I've got all of my ingredients in my smoothie. So I'm just gonna stop here. Do you want me to silence it while I put this on?
Yeah, you could, and I'll talk to
Okay.
the natives.
That way they don't have to just hear a blender going
Yes,
for a second.
Zoom used to silence it. It doesn't seem to anymore. So while she's blending, if you have any questions for me about the bundle, I would love for you guys to sign up for my newsletter, chefaj.com. I know we're sending a lot of emails this week. It's unusual because it's bundle week, but generally I send out an update every Sunday, and people tell me that they really like it because it's funny, because I'm funny. I think I'm funny. And then that's where you can really find out what's going on with me in my life. Like that I just auditioned for a movie and I put in the pictures of, what I wore and I just don't share a lot about myself on my show, even though it's my show, because it's really a guest-driven show. But I do give health updates because it's just boring to just talk about cancer and everything all the time. But I was real sick this week. I don't know if you noticed how bad I looked during some of the shows, but I had almost 102 fever during a lot of them. But like they say, the show must go on, especially during bundle week. Did end up having to cancel 2 shows yesterday because I need to have emergency dental surgery, but I walked out of the dental chair Monday and Tuesday. I'm going to try again on Tuesday when my dentist gets back and wish me luck. But we are rescheduling those shows. So one of them will be tomorrow and one will be at 6:30 tonight. And welcome back, Laurie.
Good luck at your dental appointment. I have the same dental fear as you. I have broken so many bones. I've had 10 surgeries. I can go through all that. I do not, you get me to the dentist to have a cleaning and x-rays, forget it. I will just lose my mind.
Gosh, thank you.
Um,
It validates that I'm not the only one.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I've also had some trauma. I don't know if you have dental trauma
I
too. So I
did
think that also
having
played into it.
having teeth drilled without Novocaine until the age of 11. I don't know how my dad could have allowed that. It seems like that would be criminal, but that's what set me up for all the trauma and anxiety that I have in my life was that experience of,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had a dentist pull a tooth without telling me.
can you sue
Yeah,
him or is it too late?
I probably could have. I don't know. I was a child. And then I've also had two fully replaced jaw joints, and I've had a lot of dental stuff. So luckily, my teeth are better since changing my diet, and I don't get cavities as much, so I don't have to get those filled because that drives me nuts.
Maybe we could be in a dental phobic support group together.
Oh my, we need it. I don't know how there's not always already one because honestly, that's probably one of the biggest phobias people have. I'm like, I don't want the dentist and I don't want to deal with jellyfish. I don't know why jellyfish is one of my things.
Well, where I live, we don't see them very often, thank goodness.
Okay, so this is the beautiful color. I just want to show you guys. So this is the mixture of the red grapes and the red cabbage, and then also adding the lime. The citrus somehow changes it more to a fuchsia color and a little less purpley, and it just turns into this beautiful color. And so I bought these vintage glasses at like a thrift store, and I just love them. So I wanted to put them in a pretty glass. They're probably full of lead, who knows? But
Those are
um,
beautiful. You know what they say, everything tastes better in purple.
oh, I haven't heard that one, but I'll
That's
believe it. Okay, so
because I'm I made it up.
I was like, is that your favorite color, Chef AJ?
Absolutely.
And look how pretty that looks. And so let's try it.
Gorgeous.
It's so good. You would not believe that there's over a half a pound of cabbage in the smoothie.
I don't think people think about putting cabbage in a smoothie very often.
I know. I use it almost every day. It's one of my favorites because I feel like, well, for some, I think the red cabbage might be a little bit more potent. So I use the green more often. Also, the green is for some reason cheaper. And that's also why I love cabbage is because it's pretty cheap. Like, and it has so many powerful benefits to it. People are like, I can't go plant-based or vegan because it's so expensive. Well, first of all, what are you buying? If you're buying all the fancy packaged processed vegan food, then yeah, that's going to add up. But if you're buying rice and beans and potatoes and cabbage and, going to the farmer's market, like I spend way less. I mean, not now because prices have gone up, but way less than before I was plant-based vegan. I spent way less when I was buying like eggs and milk and ice cream and meat and fish. Like I was spending way more money. And that's actually even before we transitioned to a plant-based diet, we stopped buying meat and fish and poultry at the store because it was so expensive. So we would only eat it like on special occasions if someone else was making it or if we went out to eat or something. And that kind of transitioned a little bit more to why I went vegetarian, but kind of without even necessarily knowing it or realizing it. And then when we went plant-based, vegan, we were like, okay, well, we're not buying cheese, we're not buying eggs, which everyone knows the price of those have shot up. Not buying, ice cream. I make my own. And actually, speaking of ice cream, Chef Yin has her what is it, her I forgot what the title is, but her
Ninja
nice,
Creamy, a Ninja
yeah.
Creamy copycat. She has like a strawberry cheesecake ice cream. I think she's going to make it on the show on Sunday. That book is beautiful. If you don't know Raw Chefian, guys, you got it. You know, the thing is if somebody doesn't have like a million people on Instagram, a lot of the plant-based people don't follow them. But some of the contributors, like Amanda Sick, has the best dessert recipes, and Chef Yin has like a whole course on Chinese food that'll blow your mind. I just wish people could just see the value because I'm not just saying this. It's wonderful.
I know, and every year it really surprises me that I'm like, all these people can still come up with more incredible, like creative ideas with whatever they're talking about or whatever their recipes are. And yeah, it never ends. There's just so many options. Like I know there's like sushi in there, the raw sushi book, and yeah, like you said about the Chef Yin's creamy book, the Ninja Creamy. I'm gonna try. So I don't have a Ninja Creamy, but I'm still gonna try some of her recipes in my food processor, which is my favorite gadget in the kitchen, by the way. And because I've made some really good nice cream recipes in the food processor, I'm gonna try some of hers because some of hers are like dupes. So it's like a Haagen-Dazs dupes and a Ben and Jerry's dupe, but like they're not ultra processed, they're not filled with like processed sugar. There's no dairy, there's no eggs in it. So I'm excited about that. Chef Adrian, what are some of your favorites?
My favorite Ninja Creamy ones.
No, your favorite products. There's like over 70 products, I think. Yeah. Which one of your favorite products in
Oh,
the
you mean
bundle?
products in the bundle? Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Well, okay, so I tend to be a little bit more video oriented, so I'm gonna love you. I mean, I love recipes, but when I look at them, I just like I'm not sure. But when I see people making them, and then I see the finished product, so I like the like your course and Yin's course, which she has two. She has Chinese takeout And then she has the Ninja Creamy Copycat because I can actually see how it's being made. But I do love watching videos because when I'm exercising or on the spin bike, it's fun to have something to watch that's not behind a paywall. So we've got the McDougall Starch Solution Masterclass, which I know I'm going to enjoy. Kelly Williamson's class. I like video because it's, I don't know, I just learn better listening and seeing than that. But the I love the recipes. Oh my God, Lissa's book. Lissa's one of her books is like 240 pages. I mean, can you imagine?
I don't know how she does this. I don't like she's a machine. I don't know how to, and her photos are incredible too. And all of the details, the index and the tools you need and everything. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's putting everyone else to shame. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So I mean that book's incredible. And Lissa doesn't put her books in print. And when she sells her books, they're like $50. So it's like you could wait till after the bundle and buy her book for $50 or for 49, you can get all her books. And she put three in. Yeah, her stuff's great. If any of you bought the bundle, I'd love to hear from you in the chat what you have looked at so far and what you like. And if you didn't buy it, how come you're not interested in supporting 70 of your favorite vegan chefs, doctors, and influencers? I think we're one of the only bundles that get this many doctors to contribute, and that makes me really, not really happy too.
Yeah, that's so incredible. Like some of the, biggest doctors, like, people in their field in the plant-based world that really know their stuff. That's why I love the seminars and the talks and the speakers. Because for me, so you say you like to watch stuff. I like to just put stuff on almost like it's a podcast where I don't even really necessarily have to look. So I'll go to the gym or I'll take a walk or I'll do chores around the house or I'll cook and I just pop that in my ear, listen to that all day long. Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah. Chef Val. Hi, Val. Val's in the bundle. She has a wonderful offering. Says that Chef Julia Dunaway's whole wheat sourdough class in the bundle is amazing. That is cool. Yeah, she's a
Yeah.
wonderful instructor. She'll be on the show, I think, making pizza on Sunday. So cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, I always remember your kitchen because I love the thing you have over the oven, with the little tools.
Oh, yeah. I think that's just like an IKEA thing that like I got, I don't know, a gazillion years ago, but it's really helpful. I have a pretty small space. This is what you're looking at. This is my kitchen, and that's been super helpful.
Well, it is epic. So it's so fun catching up with you, and I'm so glad you were able to be at the bundle after all.
I know I almost didn't do it because I had so much going on like before, and I was like, I should have done this earlier, and I procrastinated like I shouldn't have, and well, I wasn't sure if we were doing it again. But anyway, I am so happy because I actually don't usually do, cooking demos. And you inspired me to do it. You're saying, hey, if you can't write a book, see if you can do a video series. And so, I mean, the setup was interesting to try to figure out the audio and the video and the lights and everything. But I figured it out and it was a lot of fun.
I'm so glad you're there. So I'll just read some of the comments in the chat. Jerry says, I'd love to do improv. It sounds like fun, but I'm a chicken. Well, since I've been in trauma therapy and faced my greatest fear, which is anesthesia, which to me is a lot harder than improv, what I've learned is that when you avoid something, it actually makes it worse in life, believe it or not. And that's why I'm going to be a big girl and get to the dentist, even though I ran out twice. They probably think I'm a real nutcase. Let's see. Oh, Susanna said that some of her young adult children say that the same thing to her, that if all vegan food tasted like this, they could be vegan. And that's what we do with the bundle is we're giving you the best of the best. And so Wendy wants to know where she can buy the bundle. Just click the link, Wendy. It's right in the chat, which if you just scroll down, it's in the show notes. That's where you buy the bundle. And I'll post it again, but if you scroll up, scroll down now, it's there. So just click that link. It starts with http://transactions. So we do there. When Vi says, I can't wait to read. Oh, yeah, and we have books in the bundle. Chuck Carroll wrote a book. Tim Kaufman's book is in there. And Tim has 3 courses, even a tofu mastery class. So it's really good. It will never be the same again. I mean, there might be other bundles, but it won't be these contributors. You get a $10 off coupon to Plant Strong, and there's other coupons, discounts to other things like Date Lady, which is higher than the normal discount and stuff like that. So anyway, if you want to support Laurie, get it now, get it here, use that link. And come back at 2 o'clock for Dr. Shobha Rayapudi. And she's going to talk more about the mindset. There's a lot of mindset things in the bundle, and she's going to talk about how come if you know what to do, you don't do it. I'd like to know that as well. Thanks so much. It was great catching up with you, Laurie.
Thank you, Chef AJ, and good luck with the bundle.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see each other and hopefully at Disneyland.
Ooh,
Take
that'll be
care.
fun.
Yep.
Hi.
What's your favorite ride?
Oh my gosh. That's like asking what is my favorite thing in the bundle. I still really love, okay, Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones, but I also really love Pirates of the Caribbean. I think those are my two favorite. Yeah. Those have to be my two favorite. I love those.
My whole life, Pirates is was my favorite ride and probably still is. But the last time I went, thanks to somebody we both know, I went on a new ride that I'd never been on because it wasn't there called Minnie's Runaway Train. I
I
don't know.
don't think I've actually ever been on that. I've seen it,
It's
been on
it's
it.
I could just stay on it all day. That's all I could tell you.
That's crazy. I feel like I've been on every ride there, but I don't think I've been on that. So I'm going to do that next time I go.
I don't think it's been there that long, but I don't know. But
Okay.
it was epic. So all right. Take care, Lori. See you guys back at 2.